how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hubert's Projects. It's a sunny day here in Michigan. It's not very warm, although there's some deer out right there. And last week we picked up another project, 98 Chevy half-ton, with a little bit of a surprise. Oh no, I scared the deer. Well, those two are just standing there. Well, the driver's side door doesn't want to open, but it's got a 5-speed. But we're missing a few components, and the transmission is cracked. But while we were picking that up actually from a friend of mine to use for parts for other projects around here, I had to use the tow rig, which is a 01 Chevy Suburban powered by a 5.3 LS. And even though that truck had no engine in it, the Suburban did not like pulling it. And I pulled other stuff with the Suburban and noticed it's a little down on power. So today, we're gonna do some plugs and wires on it because I've never done them. The gentleman I bought it from never did them. So who knows how many miles they got on them. This thing has 175,000 miles on it now. They could very well be the original ones in here. So let's get to it. All right, if you have an LS powered vehicle, especially with the 5.3, they're gonna ask you when you go get plugs and wires if you have square or round coils. It's the shielding is what they're asking about. So these are original coils on here. They are rounded. The square ones actually are obviously square. Supposedly they have different wires. I've looked at them and they look the same to me. So we got some new wires, got some new plugs, and we'll swap those out. Check the gap on the plugs already, so we're good there. And let's get these things swapped out. We have a couple other little things we're gonna do here. We're gonna do an oil change on it after we get the plugs swapped out on here, and maybe work on some of the cosmetics of the truck. Got a little surprise actually in the back here. That is still locked, so let's find the key and unlock everything. That's right, we got a brush guard. So that's going to go on here hopefully in the next few days once the brackets show up. And got a visor from a friend of mine that's going to go above the windshield on here. I kind of like the look of the visors, so throw that on here today as well. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes, a couple screws and some urethane to glue it down to keep it from leaking. But first order of business, let's get these plugs changed out. All right, well, after some fighting, I had to grab some pliers because the boots were stuck on to the spark plug and all of our fun stuff. I got the plug out and this camera to focus here. It's a little worn. That's the new plug I'm grabbing onto. So let's see that there. Come on, focus. So the electrode's rounded off a bit there and got some wear to it. Here's the new plug for the truck, so you can kind of see our gapping is obviously different too. This is the correct gapping on this plug. I can't remember exactly what that gapping was, but it was an AC Delco plug I took out as well. I'm not sure if it's, well, it's definitely not original because I don't think an original plug with this many miles is going to look like that. So let's go ahead and get these plugs all swapped around, get some new wires on this thing, and move on to the next item of business here. Well, good news is cylinder number 3 spark plug wire was pretty shot, so barely touched it and the end came out. It's down there on the ground now. Also, note to self, invest in some good pair of pliers. These are really old channel locks. They're working for now, but Those really junky red ones are gonna go in the scrap bin. So also, when you guys go to switch your wires out, make sure you put your boots or your covers back on here. They protect your spark plug wires from getting burned by the exhaust. So I'm gonna get back to this here. Well, unfortunately, we're losing daylight, and the auto parts store gave us the wrong spark plug wires, so we had to make a trip back into town to get those, to get the Suburban done. And also cylinder number 8 was cross-threaded, so we had to try to fix that. Luckily, we've got everything back together right now. Truck seems to be running good. No check engine lights or anything like that. It feels like there's a slight miss somewhere, but without a proper code scanner to tell me if there's actually a misfire with no check engine light on, couldn't tell you. So hopefully this week I can swing over to my buddy's shop and hook into his scanner real quick, and we can figure that out. So for now, thanks for watching the video, with just doing a little bit of work on the Suburban here, and with some of the stuff that we got going for it. So stay tuned. We're gonna put a video up of getting the visor mounted, getting the brush guard on, and we're gonna get the oil change done as well. Also, I think I'm gonna take the running boards off of this, since they are starting to sag a little bit when I stand on them. So thanks for watching, and have a good one. Well, I spoke too soon. We have a check engine light, cylinder 8 misfire. So we're gonna go and see a friend of mine on Monday and get number 8 cylinder fixed. Just can't win. Really hope that we can get this hole retapped, rethreaded, and we're good to go. Because I really don't feel like pulling ahead. Right, Landon? Doesn't sound fun. Alright, well, you guys have a good one. We'll see you later.